Welcome to the party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos back with you once again for another Movie Hoarders news. We have a lot to cover, so let's get to it. August 10th, the only thing releasing is Skinwalker, starring Udo Kier. Then August 11th, we get a ton of good stuff. Split Second finally releases on Blu-ray. The giant Complete Films of Agnes Varda box set from Criterion is released. Phantom of the Opera is on Scream Factory Blu-ray. The Quest comes out on Blu-ray. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I remember really enjoying that movie. Casper gets a steelbook. Mikey is released from NVD's Rewind collection as well. We've got Neo Ultra Q. I'm not sure if that's an Ultraman product or not, but that will be out. Gemini looks very interesting from Mondo Macabro. The Complete Blacklist 7th season. There's a double feature, Blood Fight and Ironheart. That looks like a lot of fun. Again, MVD Rewind dropping some really fun stuff. And let's see, The Lady Kills and Pervertissima. I don't know that one. And, Lucky Grandma. Nothing else jumps up. There's the Serial Killer collection, which I don't know anything about, but that might interest a few of you down there. It looks like they're advertising the film's best assets there. Here we go. We've got How to Build a Girl. Interesting. That's not the girl I would build if I built a girl. Then we've got The Hand That Feeds the Dead from 1974. I'm not sure who puts that out. I would guess Kino or something like that. Ozone 1995. That's coming out to Blu-ray. Live Feed is coming out from Unearthed Films. I believe that's a Blu-ray as well. And then last, August 14th, Camelot. I believe that is an opera or some kind of concert film. And then Bernard Haitnick's Farewell. That's definitely a concert film. And that's it for the release schedule for this coming week. We have a ton of press releases about upcoming Blu-rays that just might be of interest to you. So let's dive right in. And the best place to start is Deep Star 6 coming to Blu-ray. Special features include commentary with producer-director Sean Cunningham and visual effects supervisor James Isaac, a featurette with creature supervisor Greg Nicotero and Robert Kurtzman, featurette with the composer, extended behind-the-scenes clips, behind-the-scenes footage, and a limited edition O-card. I'm not sure what an O-card is. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. Not all aliens come from outer space. This appears to come with a slipcase. That's very exciting, and a reversible cover. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite films from back in the day. They should always keep making underwater monster movies because they're always a blast. In further Are You Freaking Kidding Me news, Killdozer is getting a 2K Blu-ray restoration and will be available for purchase October 20th. The film comes with that 2K restoration, commentary with director Jerry London and film historian Lee Gambin, as well as a commentary with Lee Gambin and film critic Jarrett Gahan. So there's going to be 2 commentaries, plus an audio interview with director Jerry London, and a limited edition O-card slipcase. Oh, okay. So I guess the O-card is the slipcase. That's just another term for it. Doesn't look like the slipcase is any different from the cover itself, which is fine. So October 20th, Killdozer is coming to Blu-ray. September 22nd sees the release of The Mask of the Red Death on Blu-ray thanks to Scream Factory, and this is arguably Roger Corman's masterpiece when it comes to the Edgar Allan Poe films. The film will boast an audio commentary with film historian Kim Newman and Barry Forshaw with the extended cut. Also, there's going to be 2 different cuts. That's great. Then an introduction by Stephen Jones, and includes the theatrical and extended cut. Then another commentary from author and film historian Steve Haberman. That's on the theatrical cut, and then an interview with producer-director Roger Corman, then a trailer, stills gallery, and all that good stuff. And there it is. This is also, it's his best, but it's also his slowest of the Edgar Allan Poe films. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this one, but it looks fantastic. It's really colorful, and I'd love to see it on Blu-ray. Did you know there were 6 Resident Evil movies? I, for one, lost count, but all 6 movies are getting a 4K Blu-ray limited edition release in this really lovely box. There are the films right there. Sony Pictures announced that the 12-disc edition will hit stores November 3rd, so just in time for Black Friday. However, Black Friday will be playing out this year. We don't know yet. The limited edition includes Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Retribution, and Resident Evil The Final Chapter. If it wasn't for Resident Evil and Resident Evil The Final Chapter, I wouldn't know the order of these movies, which I don't know how that speaks to the the way the franchise is laid out. Each film is presented in 4K, HDR10, Dolby Atmos, Audio 5.1, so it's going to get the bells and whistles. And a ton of technical specs here, commentaries, visual effects commentaries, featurettes. So every film will have its own set of special features, which is nice because sometimes they just do special features for the first one, maybe the second one, and then the other movies get shortchanged. But nowadays these newer movies all have a ton of specials, and you will get everything in this one collectible box set. Well, if you've ever wanted to see John Saxon playing a Mexican in high definition, now is your chance. Kino is releasing Joe Kidd October 27th on Blu-ray. This Clint Eastwood classic has audio commentary by filmmaker Alex Cox, which is great because he's a big Western guy. An interview with actor Don Stroud, poster and image gallery, theatrical trailers, 2 TV spots, a radio spot, and then the O-card slipcase that we've since learned, well, at least I've since learned, is basically just a slipcase. Joe Kidd, great cover there. I've actually never seen this film, so I'm very interested in checking it out. I like how that alternate cover looks very much like the Alcatraz cover, or is it just me? I'm pretty sure that's almost exactly a ripoff of that. This just in, Scream Factory has announced that a couple of big name titles are going out of print, and if you want them from the Scream Factory label, you must jump on them ASAP. John Squires writes in Bloody Disgusting, some good things do have to eventually end. Scream Factory posted on social media today announcing the latest batch of Blu-ray titles that are soon going out of print. The company explains, please note that the following pretty big Scream Factory Blu-ray releases will be going out of print next month as our rights are expiring on them. If you haven't picked them up already, now's your last chance. That list includes Carrie's Collector's Edition, Child's Play's Collector's Edition, Escape from New York Collector's Edition, Escape from New York Limited Steelbook, Mad Max's Collector's Edition, Manhunter's Collector's Edition, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2's Collector's Edition. Order your copies today while they are in stock, because I am guessing these are going to be worth a pretty penny down the line. Well, Blue Underground is still at it, and they're going to be releasing a 4K restoration of the classic Bill Lustig film Vigilante. The plot is as follows. New York City factory worker Eddie Martino, Robert Forrester, is a solid citizen and regular guy until the day a sadistic street gang brutally assaults his wife and murders his child. But when a corrupt judge sets the thugs free, Eddie goes berserk and vows revenge. Now this new breed of marauder loose on the city streets, enforcing his own kind of law. His justice is swift, his methods are violent, he is the vigilante. So basically you have another version of Death Wish, this one of course with Fred Williamson and Joe Spinell along for the ride. See if it has any idea on the special features. It does not. Now, Blue Underground is thrilled to present Vigilante in a pristine new restoration scanned in 4K 16-bit from the original 35 camera negative with Dolby Vision, HDR, and Dolby Atmos, and fully loaded with exclusive new and archival extras. So this is the kind of movie, to me, that doesn't need Dolby Atmos or 4K. It's the kind of movie that works best as a grimy, grungy, sweaty movie. But hell, I'll watch it on 4K. In anime news, Shout Factory announces the release of Makoto Shinkai's Weathering With You, coming out November 17th. I was a big fan of his last film, Your Name. That was a phenomenal movie, really well written and beautifully animated. Synopsis for Weathering With You is as follows. From Makoto Shinkai, the director of the global smash hit Your Name, comes a critically acclaimed new romantic drama set in the rain-soaked streets and skies of modern Tokyo. The summer of his high school freshman year, Hodaka runs away from his remote island home to Tokyo and quickly finds himself pushed to his financial and personal limits. The weather is unusually gloomy and rainy every day, as if to suggest his future. He lives his days in isolation, but finally finds work as a writer for a mysterious occult magazine. Then one day, Hodaka meets Hina on a busy street corner. This bright and strong-willed girl possesses a strange and wonderful ability, the power to stop the rain and clear the skies. That sounds wonderful. I cannot wait to watch this film. The special features are as follows. There is a 4-disc set, and it features a feature-length documentary of the making, mini poster, decal stickers, interview with the director, weatherfront featurette, talk show featuring Makoto Shinkai, and I'm guessing that's one of the actors, Yumiko Udo, director filmography featurette, trailers, and all that good stuff. The additional content, you get a CD and a 104-page booklet. The standard Blu-ray release will be available for purchase on September 15th. So if you don't want to wait for the special edition, you can buy it actually pretty soon. Bill Hunt over at Digital Bits lets us know that Warner Brothers will be releasing the complete Flintstones series finally on Blu-ray. Releasing October 6th, the 10-disc set will include all 6 seasons of the classic animated series, which is 166 episodes to be exact, along with 2 bonus feature films, The Man Called Flintstone from 1966 and The Flintstones and WWE Stone Age SmackDown. I wonder how many people saw that one. That doesn't sound like that would be very good. But The Flintstones, the complete series, all 6 movies and 2 movies, all 6 seasons, I should say, and 2 movies, are coming to Blu-ray right at the beginning of October. Kino Bluray have detailed their upcoming double feature Blu-ray release of Fear No Evil and Ritual of Evil. The release will be available for purchase October 20th. Now this sounds right up my alley. This double feature special edition includes a new 2K restoration of Fear No Evil and its sequel Ritual of Evil, both starring Louis Jourdan, who was, of course, he was in Octopussy, and he was Arcane in Swamp Thing. Fear No Evil is about Dr. David Sorrell, a psychiatrist specializing in the occult, who becomes involved in the case of a man possessed by a spirit in an antique mirror. Ritual of Evil finds Dr. David Sorrell investigating the death of one of his patients, a young heiress, and uncovers a cult of wealthy people who practice black magic, witchcraft, and devil worship. So it seems like it's sort of a detective kind of thing. That sounds really interesting. I'm all in for that. The films come in 2K restorations. There's audio commentaries by film historian Gary Garani, and a Fear No Evil image gallery, and television trailers. Oh, maybe they're TV movies. Newly commissioned art by Vince Evans, and a limited edition slipcase. I love it. I'm in. I have no idea what they're about, but or in terms of the quality, but I want to watch these very badly. In merch news, Fright Rags has just announced that the Rocky Horror Picture Show line is now available and it's officially licensed. These designs are tailor-made to inspire the sweet transvestite in you. They have all sorts of things. They've got long sleeve tees and hoodies. So if you're a big Rocky Horror Picture fan, I would jump on these because they may sell out. A lot of this stuff becomes very hard to find, and then requesting a reprint becomes a whole to-do. But if you feel so inclined to get Dr. Frankenfurter on your shirt, then I would jump on this ASAP. Well, this came out of nowhere. John Squires writes in Bloody Disgusting, "The Shriekers are back. The 7th Tremors film is officially titled Tremors, Shrieker Island." I personally really liked Tremors 2. I'm actually a big fan of the entire franchise. I'm not a big fan of the last 2 so much, but I don't hate them. Last we heard, the 7th Tremor movie was still on track for release in October, and they've learned from the MPAA today that's been given a PG-13 rating. Originally, the film was titled Tremors Island Fury, and now it's called Shriekers Island. That title is in reference to the Shriekers, a recurring franchise villain that first appeared in Tremors 2 Aftershocks, and last seen in Tremors 3, and the Tremors TV series. What TV series was that? I don't remember them being in the TV series. The new movie will star Michael Gross, of course, and it looks like it's gonna have, is Jamie Kennedy coming back? Maybe not. Oh, it's got an interesting cast here. John Heder, of course, Napoleon Dynamite, and it doesn't look like Jamie Kennedy will be returning. Oh, that's a shame. Brian Brightly wrote the screenplay for Universal Home Entertainment, and Don Michael Paul will be directing. He directed part 5. Yeah, he directed part 5 and then part 6, A Cold Day in Hell. So Don Michael Paul, the director, will be returning, as well as our mainstay, Mr. Michael Gross, Burt Gummer himself. So stay tuned for that. October The Shriekers will return. Grant Herman's writes on comingsoon.net that Courtney Cox will be returning for the Scream reboot. He calls it a reboot. I don't think it's a reboot. I think it's an official part 5, because it wouldn't make any sense to bring the old cast back for a reboot. Just over 2 months after announcing that franchise veteran David Arquette would be returning for the highly anticipated reboot, it's now been revealed that Courtney Cox is set to return for the next Scream film, directed by Radio Silence. They also did Ready or Not. And let's see here, there's a little bit more down here. The 56-year-old actress becomes the second actor from the original franchise to sign on for the 5th film in the series after Arquette, Cox's real-life ex-husband and in-film husband, signed on to reprise his role as Sheriff Dewey Riley in May, and lead heroine Neve Campbell still in talks to return. So I thought she had confirmed that she was back. I'm pretty sure she's back. So, I mean, Neve Campbell's going to be the first one you want to get. But, we'll see what happens. While plot details are currently scarce, it is being reported that the film will follow a woman returning to her hometown to try to find out who has been committing a series of vicious crimes. Now, this is a quote from Radio Silence. It's impossible to fully express how much Wes Craven's work, and the Scream movies in particular, mean to us as fans and have influenced us as storytellers. Kevin Williamson's incredible stories have entertained and inspired us for decades, and we're insanely honored to have the opportunity to be part of the cinematic world Wes and Kevin so brilliantly created together. Jamie and Guy's amazing script does that legacy justice, and we're so excited to bring the next chapter of Scream to life. So they have said next chapter, so I think it's officially a Scream 5. I think people should stop calling it a reboot and rehash or a requel, whatever the hell they want to come up with. It's a part 5, and that's why they're getting the band back together, essentially. I'm excited for this. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this installment of Movie Hoarders News. This has been your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos. I will see you next week for another installment of Movie Hoarder News, but I'll see you tomorrow for another installment of my daily movie vlog.